I also want to mention, you mentioned just a few seconds ago, that other screenings will be taking place that day. Aside from the diabetes screenings, for glucose screenings, we'll be giving out free diabetic meters for anyone who needs one, who actually has a high glucose, and or if you have an old meter, you want to trade it in for a new 5-second meter, we'll be happy to trade those in for you. And anyone with a high glucose level will also be able to obtain a free diabetes retinopathy vision screening. Very important, especially if you're pre-diabetic or if you're diabetic, or if vision loss and or diabetes and complications run in the family. Always great idea to get tested. Takes 5 seconds, not very long, to do those types of screening. So now that we've talked a little about that, I want to come back because there's still so much more to talk about Friedman Place. We talked a little bit about who's eligible, but what are some of the other types of services that are available at Friedman Place for the residents?
We have medical case management. We have a full activity program, which is very, very stimulating and is meant to get people involved in the outside community and the city. We participate in a lot of things going on in the city. We have a computer lab that's outfitted with software for visually impaired people, Zoom Text and JAWS, and it's internet accessible for our residents. We have a library that has Braille books, large print books, and talking books. We have a fully equipped exercise, wellness, fitness center. We have a beautiful terrace for sitting outside and gardening and a sensory garden. We have a weaving workshop. This is a huge program.
There's a
We're
lot
so
going
proud of
on.
it.
There's a lot going on.
We have residents who sit in and weave items that we sell and they give as gifts. And it's a very, very wonderful program. And everybody who's doing amazing work has never done this before.
Well, it sounds exciting, Hetty. Now, Friedman Place is a nonprofit, correct?
Right.
It's a nonprofit. Really important to know. And again, can you just go over again who's eligible for services at Friedman Place?
Okay. Anybody 22 and over who is considered visually impaired, and we will need a doctor's report, who is getting Social Security or Social Security disability. Anyone in that situation would be eligible. We need to get medical records on everybody who comes in, and we do a background check on everybody. Safety is a very important aspect of living within the community.
Now, being that it's a residential home, residents are free to come and go as they please, correct?
Yes, they can come and go as they please. We ask people to sign out just so that we know if people are gone in case of a fire or an emergency. People can be gone overnight as long as they let us know. People can have visitors during the day or even staying overnight once we do background checks and make sure that they're okay. So it's basically like having your own apartment, but support and company when you need it, help with certain medical situations if you need. We can help with transportation, which is a huge issue within the community. And we're really working on trying to make transportation as available as possible.
It sounds wonderful. It really does. Again, I invite our viewers with any questions that you may have to call 312 area code 738-1060. Now, residents come and go as they please, and you did mention apartments. So now, are these furnished apartments, by the way, or can they furnish to their own? Do you provide it? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, many of our residents bring their own furniture and make it very homey with the things they have from their old apartments. Some people don't have furniture, and in those cases, we're able to supply furniture. We have access to furniture on hand.
Great. Now, some of the activities that take place at Friedman Place, you went over quite a few of them. Now, can family members attend those activities?
Yes, we encourage family members to be involved. We have some family members who actually lead some activities, who help with our trips. Volunteerism is really very, very important in our building. We have a cadre of about 80 volunteers, many very talented, all really devoted. And so we're able to actually give one-on-one help with mail, with walks, with having coffee, with just visits. So we're always looking for volunteers. If anybody is interested in volunteering, if you call our building.
And of course, they can reach you here.
Yes, and if you call and are interested in volunteering, please ask for Roz Katz. She's our Director of Volunteers.
And that number again is 773-989-9800 at Friedman Place. Now, I know there are volunteer opportunities at Friedman Place, and you mentioned some of the family members who can get involved that way. And as a volunteer, they will be escorting, helping out, and things like that. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about how does someone get started with the process if they are looking for residential living at Friedman Place and or wanting more information. What's the process?
The first thing to do is to call me. I'm at 773-989-9800. And we would arrange for a tour of the building, and I would introduce you to our Director of Nursing, and we would determine whether, in fact, we could keep you safe and healthy there, whether it is a good fit both ways. And then we would need some financial papers, medical records from doctors, and when there is an apartment available, then we have a committee that meets to determine, who is really right for the building, and then at that point you would move in.
Great. Now you did mention that you're at full capacity right now.
Right now we are at full capacity. We have, but we're starting a waiting list, and there will be turnover. If anybody is interested, I think it's a good idea to come over to get your name on the list, get your paperwork in, and as soon as something opens up, we will have it for you. One of the things that I didn't mention is that we were talking about services. Everybody who comes into the building is evaluated by a consultant who determines what kinds of services that person needs. We do orientation and mobility for everybody who comes in within the apartment, within the building, for some people within the community, and we have an integrative care group, which is a new thing that we are very proud of. We think of Friedman Place as a place not only just to live and be, but a place where people could actually try to fulfill some of their dreams, whether it's to go to school, whether it's to learn some skills. So we can put people in touch with the right agencies, with the right people who can help.
Henny, that sounds like a wonderful program, but now that you're capacity, I think now we need to start raising some funds to build a larger building. That's probably on the plans for the future, right?
Well, I don't know. We'll see, but we're excited that we've gotten to this point, and it's been a lot of work, and I think that there probably will be something new coming up. We have people coming from around the country, and interestingly, there aren't places like this. We have people coming from the East Coast and the West Coast living with us. Yeah,
you're unique.
Yeah.
Friedman Place is definitely unique. Again, I want to invite our viewers to the free first annual Vision Resource Fair at Friedman Place. Again, with many activities throughout, free screenings, diabetes screenings, your glucose screenings, blood pressure checks, free diabetic meters, diabetes retinopathy vision screenings, and lectures and all kinds of resources and giveaways. Again, that date is this Friday, the 13th, at Friedman Place, located at 5527 North Maplewood in Chicago, near Lincoln Avenue. For more information, please call 773 area code 989-9800. Ask for extension 2117. Or you can call Hispano Care at 773-296-7157. Again, you can reach us for any of the events that we're doing throughout the year. We have a large calendar of upcoming events, from prevention lectures to back to school physicals and health fairs, all kinds of wonderful things coming up. Call us and we'll be happy to mail you out the calendar of events for the year all the way to the end of the year. So we'll be happy to send that out to you. Again, everything that we do under Hispano Care's umbrella, under the Advocate Illinois Masonic and Gottlieb Memorial, everything that we do is free to you. Also, as a non-for-profit community, very important to us. So I want to actually, time goes by so fast. I can't believe that we've been talking already almost 25 minutes, and still we can just go on and go on. But anything else you'd like to say, Hetty, before we tune off? But gotta have you come back.
I would love to. The only thing that I would like to add is that I invite people. I really think that our community is unique. We had a dream for many years, and we have really fulfilled that dream. The building and the community has become what we envisioned. People helping people, residents helping residents, volunteers helping, people within the community coming in, getting the resources for our residents from way outside of our building. And we feel very, very good and very proud of it. And I invite people to come visit, whether they're visually impaired or not, just to know that we exist and come and see us.
Oh, very important to know. It's a resource out there.
Yes, and I'm very grateful to Lucy and to Hispano Care for partnering with us with this event. And in general, I think it's wonderful. This is a great resource for the community.
It is. We're very excited to be working with you as well. Obviously, our goal is always, and our mission is always, to provide bilingual, bicultural health care to our Latino communities and to all communities. So with that, Friedman Place, I want to remind you that Friedman Place is an assisted living lifestyle community for the blind and visually impaired adults in the heart of the Chicagoland area and accessible to its many cultures, social, and educational opportunities. Friedman Place encourages residents' self-determination and independence. They are not just a residential facility, but a vibrant community in which people with impaired vision can reach their full potential with a full range of services and activities provided so that residents' days are healthy, dignified, and stimulating. On behalf of my colleagues at Hispano Care, Advocate Illinois Masonic Hospital, Gottlieb Memorial Hospital, and Hetty, Friedman Place, thank you very much for coming out today, and we look forward to having you back real soon.
Thank you so much.
I'd like to thank Advocate, CAN TV 21. Thank you for having us, as always, here to share wonderful information and reaching out to community. Until next time, we'll see you soon. See you in July.
Thank you. Goodbye.